and give me a thumbs up, or I'm gonna kind of assume you did. Well, so what I do, I'm gonna close my door real quick, sorry. So every time around this time of year, every year, I kind of do this activity just to kind of focus myself into the new year. You know, we all make New Year's resolutions, and you know, it's been 30 pounds for the last 10 years. So I've kind of given up on that. Well, I haven't given up on it, but I'm not using that as my New Year's resolution. So what I do is take some time, and I usually start off in a grid like this. So actually, family's usually first, but I guess because I was doing this for you guys, I put professional, family, personal, and my world. So what do I want to see in the next 12 months happening across all of these? And then I just take some time to brainstorm. So I'm going to give everybody some time to do that. And you can put down, the categories don't have to be the same for everybody. It could just, you know, if you want to focus on one thing for yourself, like when I was going back to school, it was very different because at that point it was a really tough time. So mostly it was about school and how I was going to do that. And then there was family around that. But there wasn't a lot of, honestly, at that point, there weren't very many personal goals. For me, it was just really about how am I going to get through in terms of plotting out that. So I'm going to give everybody about 5 minutes to just kind of brainstorm, write a few things down. I'll throw a little music on. And Alicia, can you put the timer on for, actually just make it 4 minutes. When I was diagnosed with... Okay,
We have about 1 more minute.
So as I put on the, okay.
Okay, that's 4 minutes, Sue Graulty. Time's up.
Okay. So as I put on the one pager, sometimes I do vision boards that are just for myself, and the one at the bottom you can see I have a lot of writing at the top, but then I have musical notes over things. And that was a year that was incredibly difficult for me, and it wasn't something that I wanted to share with my family because it was personal things. So I wrote them there, but then I, covered them up, and but it was there in my mind. I often have it though, so everybody can see it. So some of the things I wrote down professionally, at work, I would like to add 3 more Save the Music sites, a systematic way to visit classrooms, which has been kind of difficult just because there's so many VAPA teachers and teachers who have cluster groups that it's been hard to keep track of everything. And so some things with that. For the personal, I put continue to work on a healthy lifestyle, get back to exercise, and get my 10,000 steps a day. And I started selling Mary Kay, and then the COVID hit, and I haven't done anything with it. And just family stuff to work on. I have a daughter who I need to repair some things with, and get to everybody's houses. My family lives all over the country. I have one in Miami, one in not New York anymore. She's in DC, one in Ventura, and one in Chicago. Yeah, I know where my kids are. And then the world. So one kind deed for somebody every day. And once the COVID's over, I'd like to do some work at Second Harvest. I'd like to do it now, but anyway, it's a little bit too risky for me. So, but do what I can with that. So I take those kind of brainstorming things. And so a lot of them are interconnected because I'm happy personally when I'm doing something for somebody else. And I'm also happy when I'm with my kids. And I'm happy when I see kids in the district getting what they need. So they all kind of mash into each other. So I just, you can do, it's really your creativity. However you want to do it, you can do it. So usually what I do is at the center of everything for me is music, because that's where I came from. I came from a musical family. I literally used to take my naps in a baritone case at our music store. So that's where I come from, and that's a huge part of my life. So I usually start with some music right in the middle. So you can do, I have all kinds of supplies here. I have, as you can see, I have some fun stuff, some colors, some crayons, just different things to put on it. And then I cut out prior to this time, but you don't have to have had done that. I cut out some things that, make me happy. So, and then I just start kind of collaging. And if you haven't collaged before, it can be a little bit daunting sometimes to cover up something with something else, but it can also be kind of fun because our lives are so overlaid. That's part of what this project is about, is the overlaying lives. So I'm going to start, like I said, with music in the middle. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue that on. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this very well, but I'll try to make it. I'll try to make that. So music, and then I can't believe this, but I don't have a family picture that I could have printed out, because that would also have been in the middle of my life, are my children and my husband, and our 2 dogs. So anyway, normally I would have them up here, but I didn't have a chance to be able to print that out. And then, so some of the things that I picked out that I thought were important to me, the healthy you. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on there, because that's a really important part of my life, to be healthy and to eat healthy and to diet. And I don't diet, to exercise. And I'm just going to start adding different things that matter to me. So again, music and Zoom. Not loving the Zoom right now, but it is where we are. So I'm going to put that there, because our kids in the district are getting some really great music education, even though it's over Zoom. And that makes me super happy. For the greater good. And again, you guys can just really cut out what's important to you. And if anybody wants to share, feel free to unmute and share some of your ideas and your thoughts, what you've put down. And if you don't want to, obviously, it's totally fine to be there. So this is my happiness, is playing some music, and I kind of got away from it for a while, and I don't want to give it up. I'm not ready to give it up totally, so I'm putting that back on there. I got to do a class with one of the band directors in our district, and it was really fun, because I actually got to play the flute with the kids, and it was one of my favorite hours of last semester. And then my spirituality, that's a huge part of me, and something that's easy to let go of when you're in this crazy mix of COVID, not seeing family. Like I said, I have daughters all over, and the rest of my family lives in the Chicago area. And so it's the first Christmas I'm not going to get to see them. And it's taken some time to get used to. So I'm, really working on accepting that. So I put that up here. Do you have any questions? Because I can't see any of you. I don't know why that is, but.
And so one of the things I'm putting on
questions.
Oops, can you hear me? I'm going to add strength to mine.
Yeah.
I have a picture of Xena, Warrior Princess.
Oh. There you go. Perfect. Thank you for sharing that, Janie. So yeah, and then so one thing that it's interesting for Link Up, this program that we do in the district, and it's been a great program, but both the county arts person and I had the same thought on the same day, and this is talking about accessibility for classical music, and a lot of times we don't think about that, and so we had both made overt actions to be able to make sure that what we're providing for our kids is culturally relevant. And then this is actually a lot bigger than what I normally do, but I wanted you guys to be able to see it. Can you see it?
Yes.
So this is something that's brand new to me. Never thought I would think of this. Saving for retirement. But I'm gonna put that up there because that is now coming up. Not yet, but in the next 8 years. So feel free to shout stuff out, you guys.
How about a big trip?
That kind of goes with my Mary. A big trip.
Yeah, like around the world or something.
I would like that too. But see, that's my Mary Kay tie-in because that's what I thought. Well, maybe I could do that in retirement. Maybe I could go back to teaching flute lessons. Lots of maybes, lots of things that I want for next year. Obviously, we all want to be out of this pandemic and be safe. Have happiness in hard times. I don't know about you guys, but lately, sometimes I wake up and I think, oh my gosh, another day of Zooms. Like, and then I got to pump myself up and say, yes, at least we have that. We have the opportunity to do that. And not everybody does. So like I said, it's really just things out there to just look at and think about throughout the year. You can put it different places. I hung my very personal one that I covered up in my bathroom by my mirror, and I looked at it every day, and I knew what it was talking about. I've done other ones in my office at work. I've done some because we spend so much time at work. I've done them in the laundry room, kitchen. So it just depends, and it depends how it comes out. So with retirement, I hope to have some time to do that. And I also hope that I have time to connect with things that really matter. And that's one thing I think that during the pandemic has made me think about, like, what is really important to me and what are the most important things. And that's definitely connections. It's connections with people, connection with our community, connection with our, everybody's got to be there to kind of help each other out during this time because it's such a different time. So this is a kitchen. So at some point I thought it would be a really good idea to work on our kitchen, which now I'm wondering what was going through my little brain, but it'll be nice someday.
So Graulty, I really
If I
like
don't
it
go.
to be for short and long-term goals.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so you see my hands around my husband's neck? No, I'm just kidding. So it's been it's funny when you talk about things like that, what matters and what doesn't. His is well, how are you going to clean that?
I wonder is a short or long goal.
Anybody have any?
It looks like
Which one? The cleaning?
all of it looks like fun. I have a quote in my garage so I see it when I do my laundry. It's a great quote for success.
What is it?
I think it's Ralph Waldo Emerson, and it's like, oh gosh, I can't think of all the words right now, but you want to be
Paraphrase.
I have to get it. It's I'm I can't think of it right now. I just like to look at it once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, there
Even
are those that,
I have a
this
sister
is one
who
thing I love, this is the so-called
I have a sister who does a lot of these, but with very just posted notes and by her refrigerator or somewhere, like love yourself more, that kind of thing. And it's it really works for her, those visual reminders wherever she is often at. It has helped her a lot.
I'm very fortunate to have somebody that I work with who I can share those ups and downs with, but not everybody, not all the time can you. And so I think it's good to have that happy self-talk is really important. To be able to say, I'm okay just the way I am today. So I love going to see this.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm happy, feeling okay about where you're at today and being gentle with yourself at this time, especially this time.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's going to be, it's going to be new. My mom just turned 85 and this is going to be the first Christmas that she's not going to have all of her kids and grandkids, and she's really struggling. And I get it. But, got to do right now we got to do what's best for everybody, and that's staying home. And the 4th of July, I always love. This is my summer. We've been going to the same place every summer for most of my life. And that always brings me great joy. And then I have some other color stuff to put on. Anybody have any other questions or thoughts?
Is this something you
Anything
could do,
you don't see represented that I talked about?
is this something you could do with like family members?
I'm sorry, what, Rhea?
Is this something you could do with like family members?
Oh, yeah.
That could be kind of a fun thing to do. I feel like it's a good way to connect and like hear about what people's values are. Might learn something.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah. I actually started doing this by doing it with my cousin. She's the one that got me into it. And was actually part of her recovery process. And then it just kind of stuck.
That's cool.
So, yeah, it was really neat because we got to talk about what was, we have good things and bad things in every family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are the things you want to fix? So this little head is me reaching out to my kids in my mind.
Aw.
And then this, I didn't want to be super negative, but I wanted to put a big line through it. But then I was thinking that'd be kind of negative. So I won't put that up there. So I'm going to try to stay positive. And then I just decorate around it. And like I said, this is a lot bigger than what I usually do, but I was trying to make it so you guys could see it. And just kind of see some of the things that I do. Some of the things are really hard. sometimes just working out by myself is so hard. Anybody have anything else that they want to do? Say? Did I give you a good start?
Yeah, I just think this would be, I mean, I know I'm always thinking about curriculum, but I'm like, this would be so good for kids, and for like the social emotional piece of like having them think about the things that really matter to them. I don't know. This could be a really cool art lesson.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking
Yeah.
it would be easy to do on a Google slide or a Google drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
That's a
was
good
also thinking,
Or Jamboard.
Yeah.
yeah, I teach kindergarten. I think this would be really good to use, you know, all the magazines that come home, like from all this supermarket. I mean, maybe not so much of a vision board, but they could also do like their favorite fruits and vegetables and why should we eat them? Because they're healthy. Like choose all the healthy foods you can eat out of those magazines, out of those papers coming in the mail. And then I could ask them, what kind of magazines do you have? Okay, pick your favorite things, you know, and then we can start with something simple with fruits and vegetables that we love and that are healthy for us, and then going a little deeper, maybe, or, you know, every week add like different components or create different ones.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I can totally see this too being so very therapeutic, especially now that we are indoors so much, and or we have to be just in family. And I think as I watch you do that, I wish I was doing it myself. Like, you know, had the magazines and was cutting out pictures of things that I envision doing it in the future. Or I can see it being therapeutic. I can see it being a way of releasing. It would be great piece for social emotional work for our students. I think things that bother me, just a way of releasing some of those thoughts. So this is a great exercise.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just going to add some fun things just for the heck of it. Oh, maybe I won't. I'll stay.
It's nice
That's
because
not going to work.
it encourages imagination, you know, and dreaming, which is, it's like nobody, you limit if you just use your imagination and you dream about something that you want. That's really great.
Right. Well, and they say if you dream about it and you're thinking about it, like I never thought I'd be thinking about retirement, honestly. But I guess my last birthday made me think about it. And I'm not really ready for it. I'm not ready to not do what I'm doing. So I'm also not ready financially. So that said, what do I have to do, you know? And happiness, just being happy with where we are. You know, we're so lucky. Those of us who have, you know, we have a job, we have food on the table, you know, my kids are safe and healthy. So I have to be happy for that, even if it's not everything I wanted. My camera didn't go off, did it?
No. Your camera's on. When I woke up on Thanksgiving morning,
Okay.
I was going to spend that day by myself, and I was thinking, oh, but I'm so grateful for my home. It has heat, hot water, electricity. I have a beautiful little dog and a little bird that's very cheerful. And, you know, just having these things in our lives that sometimes I might take all that for granted. But that day I didn't, you know, because I wasn't going to see my family that day. So I thought of other things I'm grateful for.
Yeah. And I think that's what, for me, to look at this and think about, I wish I had some pictures of my children up here, but I can always add them too, just because this is a living work. So as I see things that I like too, I will add them over the year. So if there's something that really, you know, like if I've gone to a play or a concert or something that I really loved, I would put my ticket stub on it. Or when my kids were in sports, when they, you know, when their names were in the paper, I would always put those on as well. You know, just kind of just to remember that, you know, there are a lot of good things, because every once in a while you hit a day that you think, oh boy. So it's really just a way for me to stay positive. So any other questions? We don't have to go to 2:45. I just wasn't sure how long it would take. So any thoughts? And I just, and I always have just a bunch of fun little stuff to put on. So I would love to see if anybody does one that they want to share. I would love to see it. Is anybody working on one as we're speaking? No?
I can share mine if I can share.
Well, if you do one and you want to share it, let me
I want to see Janie's.
yeah. Oh, do I need to make you a co-host? Yeah, let me make you a co-host, Janie. One I need to? I can make you a co-host to share.
Okay, yeah, because I can't share right now.
Okay, you should be co-host now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. There's my phone. Okay. Can you guys see it?
Oh, nice.
Got Xena, right? Mandalorian, Farah, my family.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, cool. Oh,
I'm gonna stop
This is really cool.
That's
awesome.
really nice.
Yeah. Of course
Thanks.
you would do it digitally. You're so good.
Next
Yeah,
date
thank you
night.
for
No, just
sharing that, Janie. Yeah. Well, and you know what? It's great because you can add to that too.
Mhm.
Over the course of time, you can make it bigger. You can. There's a lot of different things we can do with it. So, well, maybe I'm outside my office, so then you guys can see as it changes over the year.
Mhm.
Except for, I don't know, do we want Michelle to see me saving for retirement? I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'm joking. So yeah, well, I guess we'll, why can I not see everybody?
Maybe you
'Cause I'm-
view upper right. Maybe you have the gallery view.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I appreciate everybody for coming today. We can stay on, or we can. I don't want to mess it up. So, anybody else have anything to share?
Well, I don't know. You can hear me? Can you
That's
hear
for
me?
you. Who's gonna? I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, I just say that this is a wonderful reminder for how we can establish goals for next year. You know, this year we have been all mixed up or whatever, but to recollect ourselves and try to put it in perspective for the new year. What we want to accomplish in all the aspects of life?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's, for me, it's very inspirational
Right.
to think about the new year. Okay, this year is like we didn't know where to go, how we
Right.
go. You know, everything we were in the limbo. But this year, okay, when I want to do this, regardless what happened, I want to try to accomplish this. You know, that's what I feel like. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, I think that's what's so important about it is that you can, it's a look forward, which is always a good thing.
I think you're right that it helps to put it somewhere where you can.
Well, great. Well, you guys have it. Yeah. Could you make that into a screensaver, Janie?
Yeah, or you could print it out.
Yeah. Yeah, it does help. It helps me so much to look at it in the morning. So, well, good. Well, everybody have a great afternoon. Enjoy we're almost on break, which will be nice. Hopefully everybody stays safe and healthy, and enjoy your holiday. Take care, everybody.
Thank you,
Take care.
Susan. That
Thank
was
you.
really fun to watch you do. Everyone enjoy your holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rian. Thank
Yes,
you, everybody.
thank you.
Bye-bye.